y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to my kitchen. So in today's video I have 3 super easy, delicious summertime recipes to share with y'all. The first one is our kind of Japanese hibachi. I think I've shared bits and pieces of it before, but that's what we did for Mother's Day, so I wanted to share a little bit of that, also along with our homemade shrimp sauce or yum yum sauce. You'll have to let me know what you refer to it as, where you live. And then also a really delicious chicken salad that's perfect for lunch or dinner, picnics, taking out to the beach, whatever you want to do. And it's also relatively healthy. And then after I show you those 2 recipes, I'm going to meet y'all back here and we're going to cook dinner together. And tonight we are making some shish kebabs and cilantro lime rice. It's going to be so good and I can't wait for y'all to join me. So we're gonna get on into the first 2 recipes and I'll see you back here in just a second. We are celebrating Mother's Day today. Our family's about to come over and Darren is gonna do hibachi for us tonight for dinner. So we're excited about that. That's what he's working on. So yeah, I think I filmed hibachi maybe before. I can't remember. Can you? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. But not the whole thing. I don't know. So anyway, if we did, we're filming it again today. So first of all, let me take y'all back to a little bit ago when I made our shrimp sauce. Shrimp sauce. Sure. I can't talk. Let me take y'all back a little bit and show you how I made our shrimp sauce. All right, so I'm about to start making our shrimp sauce. You might know it as hibachi sauce or yum yum sauce, but around here we call it shrimp sauce. I have it in my little recipe book. Y'all can take a screenshot or I'll have it typed out below if y'all want to try it. So we're gonna add 1 cup of mayonnaise. We're using Duke's. So I do have in my recipe, if you use Duke's mayonnaise, you'll also want to add 1 teaspoon of sugar just because Duke's mayonnaise is a little bit more tangy than some other mayonnaise. There we're gonna add about 1 cup. And of course you can use the bottled yum yum sauce or shrimp sauce they have at the grocery store, but we think fresh is always a little bit better. It's probably about 1 cup, maybe a little bit more. Okay. Next we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of ketchup. Next we're gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of rice vinegar. Rice wine vinegar, rice vinegar, whichever one. Also, make sure your lid is put back securely on your rice vinegar when you put it in your pantry, or otherwise all your wicker baskets will stink up your whole pantry when it's spilled. Shoo! That stuff will wake you up. Okay, next we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We ain't got time for measuring spoons today. Next, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Also gonna add 1 tablespoon of melted butter. So I'm just gonna put this in the microwave for about 25 seconds. All right, there's the butter. Gonna go ahead and add that sugar I was talking about. And then we're also gonna add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground ginger. Fresh would also be really good. I just always have this on hand, so that's what we're gonna use. And then the recipe also calls for a little bit of water at the end, but you just want to mix it first and just add a little bit of water if it just needs to be thinned out a little bit. Okay, I can already tell it needs a little bit of water, so I'm gonna grab that. It looks just like shrimp sauce or hibachi yum yum sauce that you're gonna find at any kind of Japanese restaurant. So we're gonna get this bottled up and we'll have it ready to go for later. So we decided at the end it needed a little bit of salt. So if you want to add salt, just add a couple little splashes of soy sauce and that will make it perfect. All right, so Darren's working on all of our veggies over here. He got some whole mushrooms. He is just chopping those up. And I'm gonna go ahead and start some rice for our fried rice. Of course, you can't not have fried rice. We really like to use jasmine rice when we do this because it's not sticky, and ideally you want to make it earlier in the day and actually let it get cold before you throw it on your Blackstone, or of course you can do any of this in just a regular frying pan as well, but you want to let it get cold. Why? I don't know.
It takes the moisture out.
It takes some moisture out, he says. But we're not gonna have a lot of time in between. It'll be fine. We've made it right before and it turns out good like that too. So I'm just gonna make this up and have it sitting on the side. And of course, we'll show you how we make it into fried rice here in a little bit. So we like to chop our veggies really, really small to put in the rice. And we just do onions and carrots because we don't really care for peas that much. All right, rice going in the pot. So we just saute our carrots and onions on the side with a little bit of butter. Then we add our rice. And once our carrots and onions are a little bit soft, we will mix that in with the rice. Also, I don't think I showed it in the video, but we do add a tiny amount, probably 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. A little bit of that stuff goes a long way. That adds a really good flavor. So we add that, the butter, and then just a little bit of soy sauce. Keep it 3 tablespoons of butter and a little bit of soy sauce in there. Now we're just frying up 3 eggs and we're gonna mix that in with the fried rice. Right?
Right.
Do you know how to do it?
I know how to Japanese.
Both chicken and steak, we just cut both of those up into bite-sized pieces, and I'll show you what we season them with here in just a second.
This is the teriyaki sauce that we love. It has no preservatives, none of that stuff, and it's really, really good. So we just cook the steak and the chicken with a little bit of that sauce. And you add soy sauce too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make me outdoor kitchen.
You're doing a good job, Ma.
I'm not preferring you.
I like to slice up some zucchini and onion. We season that with salt and pepper and do the same thing, a little bit of butter, soy sauce. And here was our spread. We had the chicken, mushrooms, steak, zucchini and onions, of course that fried rice, and then our shrimp sauce. This meal was so good.
So today for lunch, I'm about to make myself some chicken salad, and I'm gonna show y'all the most delicious chicken salad recipe I came up with. Super low calorie, super filling, and I just love it. So obviously I'm starting with a rotisserie chicken. You can use any kind of cooked chicken that you want, but I love the flavor that a rotisserie adds, and it's just so easy, of course. So first, I got this chicken yesterday. That's why it looks all shriveled up. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick this whole chicken apart and put it into a large bowl here. I have all my chicken shredded up in there. I mostly use the breast for this. I just really like the white meat, but we'll save that dark meat to use for something else, so no worries about that. So I'm making 2 servings at a time because I have about 2 cups of chicken here. 1 serving is about 1 cup of chicken, and that makes a good bit. But I'll have the 1 serving recipe typed out below, but of course I'm just doubling it right now. Alright, so we're gonna add in about 4 tablespoons of chopped celery. And I like to chop mine pretty small. I just like small little pieces of celery in there as opposed to like biting down on a huge piece. So next, we're gonna chop some red onion. Again, we're gonna add about 4 tablespoons in here. Red onion is so good in chicken salad. Again, I chopped it pretty fine. It's about 4 tablespoons going in. All right, next, probably my favorite part, we have dried cranberries. And we're just gonna add about 2 tablespoons of these for some sweetness. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and salt and pepper this to taste. And for our binder, we're gonna use some non-fat plain Greek yogurt, about 4 tablespoons. The Greek yogurt is really good. It binds everything together, and it even adds a little bit more protein. All right, and that is everything. You can also add some fresh or dried parsley. I'm just gonna skip that step today. Get everything stirred up. And there you go, you can eat that with crackers, you can eat it with the good thins. I really love those. That's what these look like, and I eat these a lot with this chicken salad. Perfect little lunch. All right, get some nice warm toasted bread. Now I'm just gonna kind of split this in half the best that I can and have lunch today, and I already have lunch made for tomorrow. And all of this is not gonna fit probably on my sandwich. So that's okay. This is also delicious just by itself with a spoon. This would also be really good in a wrap. I have lots of options. I just love chicken salad. And y'all, look how good that looks. So yummy, perfect little summer lunch. Okay, so before we start on our kebabs, we're gonna get our cilantro lime rice going. I really like to use brown jasmine rice. We're gonna get 2 cups into our pot. We're also gonna add 3 cups of water. Next to the rice, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt. Also 2 teaspoons of olive oil. Olive oil, for you people who don't like how we say oil down here in the South, it's just how we say it, oil. It's just oil, okay? Olive oil. We're gonna add 1 bay leaf. Now, I've never actually added a bay leaf when I've made this recipe, but this is a different recipe that I saw today and I thought it sounded interesting, so we're gonna try it. Now I'm just gonna kind of gently whisk everything together. We're gonna turn this up to high, bring it to a simmer, and let it simmer for about 20-25 minutes until the rice is done. All right, while our rice is cooking, we're gonna go ahead and make our glaze for our kebabs. I think it's gonna be so good. And all we need is some honey, balsamic vinegar, and salt and pepper. So let me bring you down here. All right, I'm just making mine in this little bowl because I'm actually gonna cover it, and we're not gonna be cooking these until later. So first we're gonna add 1/2 cup of honey. And I don't know why I'm measuring this. I totally should eyeball it, but I guess I'm being professional today. Next, we're gonna add 1/3 cup of balsamic vinegar. All right, my rice is boiling, so I'm turning it down to low. Pop a lid on it and let that go. All right, next, eyeball a pinch of salt and pepper to our glaze. Not too much. And give that a stir. That honey is thick in here. Thick. Normally you would leave it. Normally you would leave this to the side. This looks like a big old cup of coffee, don't it? This is the forbidden coffee. I would not recommend. Anyway, let me break this up. So the recipe I'm going by tonight says to just cover this, or not cover it. It says to set it to the side, and then you're gonna brush your kebabs with it right before they go on the grill, and then while they're on the grill. But since we're not gonna be grilling ours till a little bit later, I'm just gonna cover it, pop it in the fridge, and then Darren can slather some on right before he throws them on the grill. So this is also a really good option to make ahead of time. Even that cilantro lime rice is perfect reheated. You can't even tell, just turn it on the stove for a few minutes, warm it up, and you're good to go. So a really good make ahead option. All right, so now we're gonna start on our kebabs. And I actually kind of halved this recipe by accident, but I think that's okay because I'm pretty sure it'll be enough for us. So you do need 1 pineapple for the actual recipe, but it calls for 2 red peppers, 2 yellow peppers, and then you probably want to do 2 packages of smoked sausage. So I've showed this before. We really like this smoked turkey sausage. I use it in lots of recipes, so that's what I'm going to be using tonight. So I'm just going to get started chopping everything up into shish kebab sized pieces. All right, now for the fun part, chop up this pineapple. I got to get my little pineapple doohickey. But first, hang on.
Chick-fil-A drink break.
We went to Chick-fil-A for lunch, and I got the new lemon Caesar kale salad. It was actually really good. The dressing they say is like lemon Caesar vinaigrette, but it really doesn't taste Caesar-y to me. It's more of just like a light lemon vinaigrette, and then it comes with these lemon panko breadcrumbs that you put on top. Really, really good. So highly recommend if you haven't tried that.
Also,
It was good.
I'm off to get it with ranch.
We just love ranch, don't we?
Yeah.
We love ranch. We got like 15 bottles of ranch. They're all different kinds in my fridge right now, which gives me an idea for a video. Let me know if y'all want to see it. Y'all know what I'm thinking. All right, let me grab my thing. All right, this is the handy dandy little pineapple corer. It's so nice. You just twist it in. Let me just show y'all instead of telling you. I mean, why am I even telling you? All right, first we, ouch, rude. Chop off the bottom and the top. You're supposed to do it flat. That's kind of the whole point. Just like decorating, leave my tags on. All right, there we go. Then you just start at the top. You hold it.
So juicy.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then you just twist. And twist and push.
You know, some real mom and dad expect for this. Oh my gosh, why is it so good?
It's kind of going crooked. Make sure you don't come out the side and cut your hand.
When you're cutting that, can I have a slice of it?
Yeah.
I love fruit.
No. All right, we're a little bit crooked, but that's okay. You just kind of wiggle the pineapple and pull it out. Woo, there we go. And there's a little bit left in the bottom because I didn't do it right, but most of it's out of there. I'll set that to the side. We can always cut it out in a minute. And then what you do, you can either unravel it and it'll be just a little spiral, or since we're gonna slice it anyway, I'm just gonna slice it right down and pull it right off of there.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right, let me get this sliced up and we'll be ready to assemble our kebabs. So we're just going to grab a sausage. Grab a sausage. Next, let's do a red pepper and then a yellow pepper. I just realized these will be prettier if you used orange instead of yellow pepper with the pineapple. But either way, they'll be good. So again, just sausage, red pepper, pineapple, and yellow pepper.
Can I have a red pepper?
And we're just gonna fill these up. I'll probably try to do it 3 times. We love vegetables and fruit, especially in summer, right?
Duh.
All right, there's my rice. So look,
Go soda for sure.
there we go. And I'm just gonna place them all in my 9x13 since we're saving these for later. All right, rice is about done, but I just tasted it and it is really salty. I don't know why when I put 2 teaspoons of salt in there, I did not think that would be really salty. But like I said, this is a new recipe and I was just going by it. But I would suggest maybe only adding even a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. You can always add more in later, but it's pretty salty. We'll see after I add the lime and cilantro, but I don't know if that's gonna take down the salt that much. But yeah, just add 1 teaspoon at the most. All right, unfortunately, I was trying to be ahead of the game for dinner tonight, but y'all, that rice is so salty. I just tried it again. That recipe said 2 teaspoons, let me see. 2 teaspoons of salt, yes. That's way too much, don't do that. I'll type out the recipe I recommend using down below, but I'm gonna remake this rice, so don't worry, we're not eating this salty rice. Thank goodness rice is a relatively inexpensive ingredient. All right, but I do have all our kebabs made up. They look so beautiful and colorful and delicious, so I'm just gonna pop a lid on here and these will be ready for the grill later. All right, so I just have a large bowl. I have my second batch of rice. I'm just gonna pull out the bay leaf and put our rice in here. All right, so I have a lime here. I'm just gonna kind of roll it around. It makes it easier to juice a little bit. All right, so I have my juice from 1 lime. All right, now I have about 6 tablespoons of fresh cilantro here. I'm just gonna give that a chop. All right, cilantro is going in the rice. And now we're just gonna stir it all together. Also, that recipe called for a little bit more olive oil at the end. So I'm just gonna give it a quick little drizzle. I might add another lime. We're gonna taste it and see. All right, let's give that a quick little taste. I think it's good. I'm trying to decide if it needs more lime or not. I think I'm gonna wait on the lime, but you know what I am gonna add? Just a little bit of salt. But it's always better to add more at the end than wish you could take some out. Now just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna grab another spoon, give it another stir. That's really good, perfect. I'll type it out and leave any recipes in this video down below. All right, so we're about to put our kebabs on the grill. So I'm just gonna give our glaze another little stir and put some on. This is way too much glaze, but probably not if you actually make the right number of kebabs. All right, so I'm just gonna put that there. We might put some more on as they're on the grill. So now let's take these outside. Just giving them a second little glaze while they're on the grill. You could probably bake these too if you didn't want to grill them or don't have a grill. Just throw them in the oven and do the glaze. Alright, so we got the cilantro lime rice that we made earlier. I just heated it up. And some of those smoked turkey kebabs. They look and smell so good. I think that glaze is going to be delicious. Alright, so I forgot to film my outro for this video, but thank you guys so much for joining me today and cooking along with me. I hope you enjoy these recipes, perfect for summertime. I hope you're all doing great, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye y'all.